What's going on? Welcome back to the Bannock Industries YouTube channel. Now today we're working on our 2000 Ford Ranger mud truck rock crawler build. Behind us here we got our frame. If you haven't seen the last videos, we stripped the truck down, pulled the cab off, cut all the front suspension out because we are putting solid axles front and rear, 4-link coilovers. So right now we have the cab, it's right there. But we got our frame here. It is dirty. It's got like a coating on it. Plus we got a bunch of welds that we have to clean up. So we're gonna be tackling that today. And then in a little bit we'll actually get to cutting the floor out of the cab. So I'll set you guys up on time lapse. I'll get to grind and we'll see you later. Okay, so we're making some progress here. Got lots of the frame just wire brushed. Just used a cup wire brush. Went along, cleaned all the dirt, cleaned all the like old clear. Well, it's not a clear coat, but it's a paint, just a coating. So yeah, there's still crap on here. Won't get it perfect, but wherever we're gonna have to weld, we'll just use a blending disc, shine it up, kind of like this. Be good to go. I'll just zoom out there a little bit. So we went ahead, we got the tops here pretty good. Still have this that we have to smooth out, but we're getting there. Cutting a little bit at the sides. We also changed up our jacks. I found I had this old sawhorse, just steel, so that gets this up a lot higher. It's about nipple height. So just a really easy to use and actually work on. So as you can see, we still got more here, more there. One thing, if you are cutting out old welds like this, if you take your chop, like your chop saw, your cutting disc more or less, and you take and you slot, and you just cut into the metal and do those little slots, then when you actually go to cut it, or grind it, you're actually cutting a lot less metal to get the same amount done. So it just goes quicker, easier on your blending discs, and you know, cutting disc can cut that like fuck nothing. So we're getting this done. We got all this that we have to do. And then we have the lower spot here, lower spot there, and then a little bit on the bottom. And I haven't buffed the bottom, but we'll get there now that this is up a little higher. I can actually work under here comfortably. So yeah, there's kind of where we're at. So got a bunch we still got to do. So I'll try to show a little bit more, but you know, this is kind of fucking boring, so we'll speed it up with time lapse. Okay, so here we go. We got the cab in here now. If you're questioning what all the black shit is, it's just from the rubber body mount. When I cut it out, it was burning. But this is our bottom here. So I've been kind of looking at it. When we go to build it, we're going to do a 2x6 that'll butt up to where this pinch weld has a 90 in it. And that's where it's going to sit. Now all this floor is going to be cut out, but we're going to support the whole structure of the cab off of these and then various points throughout the cab. But what we're going to go ahead and do is get all these cross supports kind of cut So we have area here, and then we'll go ahead, we'll mark here, and we'll cut along this line, but do that straight down, and we'll get rid of the floor here. So it's going to be some measurements that we'll have to do. Gonna have to mark all that stuff, but we'll do most of this on time lapse and then show you guys kind of the process along the way. There we go. Floor is out of the cab. Now, yes, we still got a bunch of work that we're going to be doing. So I got to go through, I got to clean all these tabs off, clean this, prep this, because that's where we're going to be bolting our 2x6 to. And luckily it'll mount. So this little bit of lip here will actually help hold the weight. That's why I left that little bit. And then when we do our cage, of course, we'll run our bars or members, or yeah, the cage will actually bolt right, well, not bolt, but it'll weld right to the top of that 2x6 that'll be on this side here. So it was a lot of work, a little bit of a pain in the ass actually, to be honest, but we're doing good. And of course these are all spot welded, so we'll go ahead, we'll press these all together. I'll clean all this up. I gotta still take that bracket off. I will end up cutting the whole back section out, but for now I just wanted to do this. Of course we have the firewall that we have to get to. I don't know how much of the firewall I'll take out right away. I might cut, even I might just stop here, and then come time I can actually just cut that out when I need. But no, we'll probably cut it just cause. But yeah, this is where we're at. Of course I had traced a line on the inside and then just kind of followed it. See if I can get it to focus. No, it's too dark in here. There you go. So yeah, just traced a line, followed through here, few there, and on the bottom we just have this lip. So I just tried to stay, kind of marked it out and cut it. It's not perfect, but of course it's going. Then we'll probably cut the back of the cab along this line here, right down in here, cut on the bottom side of that line, and that'll be the back. So it's coming along. Alright, so we got the firewall cut out and the front part of the floor. So we followed just pretty much 1.5 inches here. Left ourselves a good lip, just that helps for structure for right now. And really we don't have a reason to go any less than that. Because of course our tube work and shit, it'll sit pretty much on the outer edge. So we'll be able to fill that in and plate it, whatever we have to do eventually. Or just leave it and then build our firewall off, but just gives you a lip to work with. If you go to bolt new firewall plates, you know, anything. So, but we followed along. I'll just get under the cab here, in the cab I guess. So if you look, there's this lip on the bottom edge of this catch tray for the water, and that would be like your intake vent. So what we did is we left that, and then there's a pinch weld here, so we just followed that pinch weld along. Now of course there's all the seam sealer here, so the less I have to cut of the seam sealer, the better, because it stinks and I don't really want to inhale it. But we left this for now, and then hopefully we'll be able to keep our wipers and our motor, and that kind of stuff will actually be good if we still have that. So yeah, just going here. I did add this crossbar, and that's just to hold it at 53.5 inches wide. So it had popped out maybe 1/4 inch. But went in there, welded it. We're just using our little 110 MIG welder. It's on 30 thou wire and gas, so it works pretty good for this little stuff. But we got this supported now, and that just adds structure so we don't have the cab warp and whatnot. When we cut out the bottom here, we'll probably add another piece just to give more rigidity to the cab while we're moving it. And then we actually have somewhere to lift with the forks if we have to. So, yeah. All in all, it's coming along pretty good, but we'll just keep at her. I'm going to end off the video here. Yeah, we still got some work left to do, but I'll just do that off camera. So the next time we see you guys, we'll be going to pick up metal for our roll cage that we're going to be building. So see you then.